Well, guys, the new era of NFL football is here. Well, they approved private equity in the NFL. Well, it happened yesterday. At the owners' meeting, they approved the Eagles to sell 8% of their franchise, valued at $8 billion. So they made $664 million from that sale with a private equity firm.
There you go.
And now the Dolphins, Bills are next.
Keep crying for owners. There you go. Sell an 8% slice, $660 million.
Families. And it's the family business, and it gets passed down from parents to kids to the grandkids. Somebody within that family. Now, once you go to private equity, it's like even when things are bad, you have something to talk about and say, oh, well, it's the Fords. Right. Oh, it's the Rooneys. It's this person. It's that person. It's the Marathon. Private equity is just nameless, faceless, and you have no idea who owns you because they will just buy and sell you like a stock.
Well, we do know who owns the Cleveland Browns, and that is Jimmy Haslam, and he spoke and kind of gave them an outlook possibly into their offseason. I want to give you a chance to be the GM. His quote was, "We need to get through the season, and we will look at everything." That was him being asked about the quarterback situation and what they're going to do in the offseason. So I know you guys want to get rid of Deshaun Watson. That's what both of you have said before.
Yeah, they're stuck.
On this show. Okay. Well, if you were the GM, what would you do? Would you just trade everything to get rid of him?
No.
Like, attach some things to get rid of him?
I think I would give Kevin Stefanski a chance to reunite with Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I don't think they have outs. You could say get rid of him, David. That just means keep him away from the team.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
if there was a team like Vegas who has a ton of cap space, who they're going to take a quarterback, but they need more capital. If I could give them Watson's dead body and I give them my first-round pick, which will be in the top 10, if that were a thing, I would do that. But I'm not firing Stefanski. I do think he's a good coach. I would try to reunite him with Kirk Cousins.
Or, you know what, if you can't move Deshaun, maybe you just go and draft the best quarterback. He's going to be under your control. Play him. You're already paying Deshaun. So you know what? I don't have to play you on the field. I'm paying you the money.
Just stay away.
We don't have to do both.
Don't show up in Cleveland.
Yeah, and I'm gonna treat it as if I'm hitting the reset button and draft the best QB. He's under. That's easier to do than trying to get Cousins because it's more money you got to spend. But no, I'm not firing the coach.
So one college issue here that I wanted to get your thoughts on was Jalen Milroe and others. A junior cornerback, Damani Jackson, saying everyone should play. Jalen Milroe is playing. He says they got unfinished business. They got to finish the season. Is this a breath of fresh air or just a rare thing for just one school? Because they seem to always do this.
Yeah, Alabama's kind of set a trend where even if they're in some who cares bowl, they will go out there and play and do things the Bama way. To me, I always think back to Jake Butt and how much money he cost himself playing in a bowl game he should not have played in.
He should have been up in the booth with Peppers.
Yeah,
I mean hurt with a hammy.
Well, Peppers was up there with the sunglasses on. I remember that. But nah, if you want to play in the game, great. But if I'm a fan of that team, I'm never going to be angry if somebody with pro prospects I'm not playing.
I'd be angry if I paid them. See, here's the problem. We always say players are making business decisions. Well, one problem. You made a business decision taking the money. That money includes you playing every game I play. See, Rico's right. If you didn't scratch the check, you can't get mad at a player for sitting out. But there are plenty of donors spending plenty of money, and those coaches broker those deals. So what do you mean you're not playing? Oh, no. You're not a kid no more. You're an employee. I paid you.
Or, guess what? Maybe it's up to the bowl game.
Obviously, he's talked like a player in the media, which you can't do as a coach. I don't know enough of what's going on over there. I never expected them to win. I told you I wouldn't have taken a QB. I would have just taken Marvin Harrison Jr. or whatever and taken a QB the next year. But I don't have this big reason to get rid of him, do you?
No, I probably would have taken the best offensive lineman and build for that quarterback. When I finally draft him, you're going to be insulated.
And sign T. Higgins, for God's sakes.
You know, he needs that wartime consigliere. He needs somebody to tell him how to be a coach and the things, how to dress, how to, you know, how sometimes you're good, but you don't know how to actually do the job outside of doing the job. You don't know how to talk to the media and all the other things that you have to do. That's what he's missing. He needs somebody to just say, nope, We're not going to say that. We're going to say it this way. We're going to do it this way.
Same question across the country. Let's go to Antonio Pierce for the Raiders.
He gone.
Difference. Okay.
He's a total disaster. He already said his team was the worst team in the league. He fired his entire staff. People in the organization are upset at organizational skills, meetings, the way they're run. It's a
new ownership.
Yeah, dude, chaos. He just gone. Pack your things. You don't even need to finish the question.
Because it's easier at that point to just ball up the piece of paper and start all over again.
Just hire Dion, draft his kid, move along. Well, you know that's coming.
I loved it. I didn't even get a chance to finish.
You decided to mouth off to a coach. Goodbye.
But he said he was sorry.
I don't care. Actions have consequences. See you later. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. And I love people blaming LaFleur. Like he's supposed to stand there like a statue when he's getting verbally assaulted by a fan. No, you know what he said? Shut your effing mouth. Ooh, LaFleur's such a bad guy. Here's an idea. You're not supposed to talk.
Correct.
Hold the flag.
Correct.
Goodbye.
And just so people understand, because they never read this part, and the Lions put it in their letter, there is a code of conduct policy when you buy tickets.
Right, and you're not in your seat telling LaFleur what his mommy is. You're on the field in pregame ceremony.
But here's the thing. Even if you're in your seat, you're not allowed to say and do whatever you want to do with no repercussions. You can do this, but you don't get to go to the media and cry aggrieved and, oh, my God, I'm so sorry, and I've been a season ticket, and I really wanted to take my grandfather to the game. Well, you can't.
You should have thought about no before you called LaFleur an MF.
Real quick, David, before we end, because you were talking about the coaches in New England. Guys, next year, does Mike Vrabel get a job?
Yes.
Yes, he should, yeah.
Yeah, he'll get a job.
Chicago.
I think that's Ben Johnson's job. Now,
Possibly.
for me, if I'm Ben, I'm holding out for one team and one team only. And I would wait and come back to the Lions if that team's not there.
Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Ooh.
They're not firing Zach Taylor.
No, I'm saying if I'm him, I'm waiting.
You come to New York. I can't even say it with a straight face.
I'm about to say, but
I would tell Ben Johnson to run if the Maras call.
He's got to worry about drones that aren't really there. I would wait for Cincinnati.
Apparently not red zone scores.
You know what?
Maybe.
You're a real
David,
hooker. You know that?
Hold on. Maybe that's why they were 0 for 17 because
It's
of the
because of the-
drones. How you reset the clock.
Sure.
It threw off the timing.
There's nothing I can say.
You're exactly right, Rico.
There, it was like that center fielder in Men
good.
in Black.
Good,
He
we're
saw
continuing.
the spaceship and then he
nice.
missed the ball and it was a home run. There you go.
And that is in football today.